Hog in the Woods, and it's about a knight that goes out hunting a wild boar. That's actually a very scary wild boar. It's killed a lot of people. Some versions of it, there's a witch that owns the boar, and doesn't turn out well for her. But it's one of my favorite old ballads, so I like to kind of kick it off with that one. There is a wild hog in these woods, diddle-o down, diddle-I-day. There is a wild hog in these woods, diddle-o down today. There is a wild hog in these woods, he kills them and then sucks their blood. Catch him, Cain, and cut him down, kill him if you can. I tracked that wild hog day and night, diddle-o down, diddle-I-day. I tracked that wild hog day and night, diddle-o down today. I tracked that wild hog day and night, I swore I'd take that wild hog's life. Catch him, Cain, and cut him down, kill him if you can. So there it comes through yonder's mash, diddle-o down, diddle-I-day. So there it comes through yonder's mash, diddle-o down today. There it comes through yonder's mash, spitting his way through oak and ash. Catch him, Cain, and cut him down, kill him if you can. I fought him with my wooden knife, diddle-o down, diddle-I-day. I fought him with my wooden knife, diddle-o down today. I fought him with my wooden knife, swore I'd take that wild hog's life. Catch him, Cain, and cut him down, kill him if you can. I tracked that wild hog to its den, diddle-o down, diddle-I-day. I tracked that wild hog to its den, diddle-o down today. I tracked that wild hog to its den, and there lay the bones of 1,000 men. Catch him, Cain, and cut him down, kill him if you can. Alright, so there's a little Wild Hog in the Woods, little acapella number there. Like I said, there's a much longer version of that. I kind of like how that one ends on a cliffhanger. But I'll do another little tune here on the fiddle. You can tell I have musical instrument acquisition syndrome. So this is one of my favorite possessions in the world. Wouldn't trade it or sell it for anything. And I got it from Ray Dillinger, who lived over in Sandy Branch, over off of Cane Creek. Ray made all sorts of instruments, made guitars and fiddles and things like that. And when I'd kind of taken an interest in making instruments, he invited me. Well, my dad told me I need to go talk to somebody who actually knew how to do that kind of thing. You could tell I was struggling a little bit. But anyway, I went to visit Ray, and he got me started making some instruments. But pretty soon he kind of got me more into just learning the old-time music from the area in general and the history and all sorts of stuff. I mean, he pretty much grabbed me by the hair of my head and jerked me into the world of folk music and folk tales and things like that. And when I first went to visit him, he was first putting this fiddle together. And I always, when he got it put together, I'd always call it the magic fiddle, because I could play things on it I couldn't play on any other fiddle. It was just like we had some kind of special bond. And for years I'd go visit Ray. A lot of times my mom and dad would complain because I'd come home from college and I'd go straight to Ray's house and not go see them. But Ray had this fiddle always hanging on the wall over there. He had it behind a plastic little tiny shop. I mean, it was, you could put 4 of his shops in this room here. And in the corner, he had all this plastic up there, so you could peel it back and you could look at the instruments. He didn't want to get all dusty and covered in sawdust and all that. And so I'd go over and I always grab out this fiddle and I'd play on it. And one day I went over there and it wasn't back there, and I was like crushed, because I had lived in fear of this fiddle being sold because it was too good of a fiddle. I knew somebody was going to buy it. And he said, "I'm sorry, I don't have that fiddle anymore." And I was just like, ah. And he said he didn't have it anymore because he gave it to me. And so it's always been a very, very important thing to me. I'll play you a little tune, like old Red Wilson tune, if you're familiar with Red Wilson, sort of our one of the most well-known fiddlers come out of this area. And it's called Lost Indian, and he did this kind of vocal part on it. It's part of the old solo fiddle tradition, which you don't hardly see much anymore, but when settlers came to this area, there weren't really banjos or anything yet. People just had the lone fiddle was what they'd use for a dance or something like that, sometimes a fife and drum, but mostly it's just a fiddle. There's a little bit of Lost Indian for you.